Hello, my name is Caleb Gonzalez, and I am part of the transportation industry. I will be presenting Uber as my company of choice. What is Uber? Uber is a ride-sharing app that allows regular people to drive others around in their personal car. It's essentially a taxi service, but through an app that is available at any time and any given location. The business can be traced back to 2007 when Garrett Komp and Travis Kalanick had an issue with getting a cab from a conference they were attending. The idea of ordering a cab from anywhere crept up on them. In 2010, UberCab, as it was originally known as, was first tested in NYC and then officially launched in San Francisco. The app saw a massive rise in popularity due to its ease of ordering a ride to any location and calculating the cost before starting a ride. Within 2 years, the app established its international roots when it launched in Paris in 2011. And since then, it has grown to become one of the most downloaded apps and have added additional services such as Uber Eats. The company is structured as a truly global business model, as they are currently available in 85 countries, according to worldpopulationreview.com. The problems Uber has faced. Some problems that the company faced was its labeling of its drivers as well as its strength in international markets. In regards to the labeling of its drivers, the debate of whether drivers should be considered as independent contractors or employees has continually raged on. The cause of the issue stems from the company arguing drivers should have the status of independent contractors as they see themselves as just an intermediate platform that drivers use to reach their clients. This is similar to how a third-party business will sell their products/services on Amazon. On the other hand, drivers believe they are doing this to avoid obligations a typical employer would have with its employees. For example, compensation wouldn't have to be issued due to a driver's status as a contractor and not an employee. Because this issue is still ongoing, the problem has not been solved by Uber. However, they have had recent success as they were able to lobby for Proposition 22 in California, which essentially labels drivers as independent contractors. So they're seeing success in certain cities, but not in other areas where they are demanding the status of a full-time employee. In regards to its international strength, the company is seeing stiff resistance in markets outside of the US. In fact, they saw a $3.8 billion loss in 2016, according to Blystone, globally. In particularly, China saw them lose 2.8 billion, and they would eventually sell the operations there. This is primarily due to global markets already having more affordable and efficient taxi services, in addition to them being banned in certain countries. To solve the issue, the company has sought investment from Asian groups such as Japan's SoftBank. These investments have allowed for domestic support from established companies within Asia that will allow for future growth and change in strategy. Because the investment was made in 2018, which has yet to pay off, and with continuous disapproval of the app by international countries, the business has still not been successful in fixing its global strength. The implications of Uber. In regards to the implications of its issue with the labeling of its drivers, this might see a reduction in prospective drivers as they could potentially see the company as a selfless organization looking to gain as much profit without giving some back. This in turn will have a negative impact as the company relies on drivers in order to generate revenue. Moreover, prices for rides will increase as a shortage of drivers will severely limit services. In regards to the implications of its issue with its international strength, the company could see a reduction in overseas operations in order to mitigate losses. This will impact the company as this will stop any growth and restrict the company to more of a domestic environment. The analysis of Uber. Some concepts that can be applied to the situation for Uber is the concept of the domestic and foreign environment. In this case, Uber's situation in the domestic environment is hindered by uncontrollable factors that include protests from drivers, as well as some governmental interference from the labeling status of their drivers. For the foreign environment, Uber is hindered again by factors such as governmental entities, as they are banned in some countries, as well as stiff competition from already established services that offer better performances and prices. The conclusion. The international outlook for Uber's future looks fairly bleak due to the challenges posed by international markets. Evidence that shows this includes its current bans in certain countries, as stated before, a massive loss in a big Chinese market, and the competitiveness that comes with already established service lines within the foreign scene of a country. Moreover, the company's home country of operations has seen stiff resistance, again from state politicians, and this would most likely turn the attention away from focusing on any international expansion. And these are my references that I use, and that is the end of my presentation.